Come join me, the spiritual Cockney, a Reiki master, as we explore Reiki. Hello there. Come join me today. Got my old cup of rosy all nice and ready for a little chat about sending distant healing back to the past. You can go to the future as well, but today we're specifically looking at sending it to the past. Now, to the uninitiated looking at this, they might think like, am I watching an episode of Star Trek or Star Wars or some such fine nonsense? Not at all. This is a perfectly adequate gift that we can use to send healing to past events. Now, many of you might be thinking, well, what's the point of that? It's gone. There's no point in sort of like sending it to the past. It's irrelevant. But remember, we are multidimensional beings. And things that happened in what we perceive as the past certainly affects us now and as we move into the future. It's because that timeline is anchored within us. Therefore, if we could consider going back in time, changing how it affects us now, I think that would be rather marvellous, don't you? So today I'm going to explore that. I'm not going to go into the full session because that would make this a really long video, but we're really going to go how we would do that, and maybe as we go through it and just explore that a little bit more. So stick around because it's quite informative as we go over these points. And the first thing that comes to me is the reason why. So let's imagine a scenario, and it could be that you might have witnessed something that wasn't very nice. We won't explore what that was, but you could have seen a crime or something like that. Or worse, maybe you was the victim of a crime. And it really affected you, because in that moment, you're kind of frozen, aren't you? Oh my goodness me, what's going on? And we get that kind of like shaking out of your pattern, for want of a better word, out of your kind of like existence. And this is where parts of us can fragment. You could almost call this like soul retrieval in some way because bits of us, it's like something gets knocked, doesn't it? It vibrates and things get shook loose. So part of you may well have been shaken loose when you watch that ghastly experience or whatever that event may be. So if we can go back to that point in time, now what happens happens. We cannot change that, of course. It's how it is an actuality. But what we may be able to do is change how it affects us now. And what I would do is we go back there, just send some energy to you back then, like a reassuring hand on the shoulder. And just saying to yourself, it's okay. You got through this because you're here now, doing this now. Whatever that trauma was, it was an experience. It may have taught you some lessons, who knows? But the main thing is you came through it because you're here now, sending trauma back to that moment in time, or whatever that was. So that's that one scenario. Another one, of course, is grief. It's never nice when we lose someone that's very dear to us. And obviously, that could be someone passing over, of course. Could be someone who's, a family member who may have decided to move on the other side of the world and you've lost that bond. And there's that sense of detachment almost, even though you could still contact them now. It's not the same, is it, as seeing that person in the flesh. And of course, there is like, breakups with relationships, could be friendships, your partners and stuff like that back then. And as we get pulled apart, energy gets stretched, doesn't it? And rather like a stretch, if we stretch the elastic band, we're not careful, it can snap. And something snaps within us. So we could send that healing back to that moment in time as like a restoration. And again, it's that hand on your shoulder saying, look, I know you're hurting. I know it's tough, but it's all right. And again, which is just like a little bit of soul healing now. And just that kind of energy altogether. And there are other instances, of course. I can't think of anything right at this moment, But I'm sure if you explore, you could find something that you'd like to send healing to. So how would we do that? So let's imagine a scenario with me. Imagine one day I'm walking down the road, and this is fictitious, by the way, and I'm walking by a builder site, and a brick finally lands on my head, bang. Don't hurt too much, it just scuffs me, but it kind of like knocks me out of my stride a little. You know, builder comes up, "You're all right, mate. You're all right, son." So I say, "Yeah, yeah, I'm fine," but I think it's just for a moment a little bit discombobulated. Again, this is a little bit of a jokey one, but it might may well just kind of like, you know, when you see those cartoons where like Tom and Jerry, and Tom gets hit by a hammer and he goes boing, you know, it's almost like that. So imagine that's happened to me then, and there's a little bit of me gets left there as I carry on with my business. It's kind of going there. So now, when I decide to send the healing back to that point of time, I've got several ways I can approach this. The first thing you want to do is connect with my energy to back then. I'm assuming you've done all the rigmarole of connecting to Reiki, seeing myself where we're going to send that healing to. And probably if you're level one, you can still do this, but obviously you would just hold that image in your mind and then just send the healing to that point. I want to say as well, go blank. Try not to think too much. Try not to think, I need to fix this, I need to fix that. No, we're just sending that healing to that point in time. Just trust the healing will do what it needs to. That Reiki energy is far more intelligent than I'm going to be. And I hate to say this, guys, and that goes for you too. It's a very, very intelligent energy. So trust in that and go blank. Now, you can send that directly to myself. You could send that to maybe the sort of like, even where it fell down off that hod carrier as he's walking along the blooming roof raps up there at the top somewhere, and he's plonked on me head. You could maybe send some to him as well, because he probably thinks, "Oh, God, what have I done?" You know, even he's been shaking a little bit. Or what I prefer to do is just to send out the Reiki to the whole scene. Just visualize all that in there like this lovely little bubble, this golden bubble of light, and I'm just sending that healing there for that time. Now, obviously, level two, well, you probably use the hunch as a shonen symbol. Just makes it seamless, doesn't it? We get that sense of oneness. And any other symbols that you feel are relevant, I'd probably find, especially if it's trauma or grief, that I'd probably be drawn to the Seiheki energy. I'm not saying you will, I'm just saying it's likely. But don't be surprised if, for whatever reason, you're going Shoko Ray or the Daikomyo symbols, or maybe any other symbols, because I know there's several styles of Reiki out there, from Karuna to Seiken. There may be a particular energy that you wish to send. Go for it. You know, just trust it. Don't mix up too many symbols, though. I'm not one for going like the Shoko Ray sandwiches. I don't do that. It's kind of it starts complicating the issue. Just keep it simple, guys. Keep it simple. Send that energy back there and allow it to kind of like percolate. Do that for about 15 minutes or so. Now, you may get messages, you may get nothing at all. Doesn't matter. Your job there is just to send the healing to that point in time. Allow it to process, and at the end, when you're all done, you maybe want to disconnect with the Raku symbol. So that's like the lightning flash coming down. So just send like Raku, Raku, Raku. Cut yourself off from that time. So you don't really want to be, not that you would, but this just eliminates any chance of you taking anything back with you to the present time. Whole point of us going back there, so we heal that. So that's what we're working on. And when we've finished, come back to you in the present moment, and then maybe just get yourself settled for a moment or two, get yourself firmly back in the room. Maybe if you've got a pen and paper to the side, just make a few notes. I'm not asking you to write a novel here, but just like a few things, like sort of like, oh, I had found a cold spot on the skull, for example, was drawn to the brick actually falling, so I was sending healing there just so it cushioned the blow, for example. Moment of impact, maybe there was like, as you, so you might have had a sensation of like a jarring or something. You know, just whatever comes to mind. You might get colours. You know, we often get colours as well, don't we? And the whole point of this is just like a little log for your own benefit. You don't have to do that, but it's just like a thing that you might think you wish to sort of like do that for yourself. And of course, you could do that for somebody else. Someone else might have asked you to send healing to something that happened to them. Again, you can have a little log, so it gives them a little bit of feedback too. But it's entirely up to you, your choice. I'm just giving you some ideas. So there we are. That's like in a nutshell how you could probably do that. And I would say keep the healing itself to about 10-15 minutes. It's a nice thing we can do and have a little bit creative fun with it. When I was a kid, I headbutted a blooming fire garden. Apparently, there was claret everywhere. I can't remember. I was about 2 or 3 at the time. But if I wanted to, I could send healing back to that point. Probably, it was probably everyone else was more freaked than I was because I can't even remember it. But there we go. These are things you can do. You can send healing back to those moments in time and sort of like anything else in between. So I hope that's been informative for you and useful. And remember, you can do this anytime you wish. One thing I love about Reiki, it does not have to be regimented. I encourage freedom, expression. As long as you're doing it sensibly and nothing silly, why not? Why wouldn't you do it? It just makes perfect sense. Okay, so I'm going to end now. Before I go, there's a lovely video here all about self healing ourselves. And if you find this content useful, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you very much. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Take care, everyone. See you in the next one.